Hey everyone, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer and welcome back to another video, and in this one I'd like to share with you guys the basics of roaming, what it takes to just learn, roaming and all the intricacies later on that you'll learn. So to get started, what is roaming? Because I think a lot of people maybe don't understand what it is, and really all it is you are outside of the objective or maybe inside, but your position's changing throughout the map, right? So maybe sometimes you'll hear someone say, if you're defending a first floor objective, I'm going to roam second floor. That means you're placed somewhere on the second floor, right? You're running around trying to mess with the enemy. Maybe you're hunting drones. Maybe you're getting some kills, whatever, That's kind of what a roamer is. So when you're roaming, a lot of people think that the roamer is supposed to get a bunch of kills before they die. That's kind of true, kind of not true. What's more important for a roamer is wasting time. Basically, here's how I like to think about it. If the roamer is getting kills, the enemies suck. If the roamer's wasting time and the anchors are getting kills, everything's going right. If the roamer is not wasting time and not getting kills, the roamer sucks. So what you need to think about is, if you're wasting time, great, because the enemies aren't going to be able to set up properly. They're all going to funnel through doors and they're all just going to get shot. It's easy to aim at a door rather than 5 different breach holes, right? If you're roaming and you get a kill, that's even better if you get a kill, right? Now, a lot of roamers are people that have set it and forget it, like stuff. The easiest example is Jaeger. He's been in the game since the start. He's probably been like the most well-known roamer, because all you have to do as Jaeger is put your 380Ss down and boom, you're good to go. And it's very important that when you're roaming that you pick operators like that, because if I pick something like an Echo and I go roam as Echo, if I die early on, or I maybe go for a spawn peek, or I get drone, whatever, I'm not going to be able to use the yokais to the full effect. Some people will take Legion. If Legion dies early, you lose out on a bunch of goo mines, right? That's why actually a lot of people, you'll see Capcan roaming, is because Capcan can set up all of his traps, around the map, and then he's set. He's good to go, man. So set it and forget it are really good roamers. Wasting time. How exactly do you waste time? Well, it's very simple. You just get into gunfights with people. You have to pick your gunfights. It's very important because as a roamer, usually you're able to pick your first gunfight and how you interact with it. You pick your gunfight and make sure that you're in an advantageous spot. So just because an enemy enters a building doesn't mean you need to take a gunfight. A good example is if the enemies enter Piano on Cafe. If they're inside of Piano already, they only have 2 doors to worry about. So all they got to do is train 2 guns on those 2 doors. If you go through one of those doors, is that an advantageous fight? No, because they already know where you are and you don't know where they are in that room. A better spot would be something like maybe making punch holes or bullet holes in a wall, looking through those, shooting at them, or maybe kind of pressuring them if you find an opening, or you can take a one-on-one gunfight and maybe they're on a window. Now, as a roamer also, what you want to make sure of is when the enemies go for whatever strategy that they're going, is they have to go through you. How many times have you played on like Bank, right? And you have someone pick Cav, and Cav runs to the other side of the map, hides in a corner, and everyone dies, and she's the last one alive, and she has to run all the way back to site while the bomb's being planted, right? That's not good roaming. A good roamer makes it so the enemies have to go through you, right? The reason why, if you take a map like Cafe, the reason why a lot of people will roam on the second floor is because, let's say you're defending the kitchen. Vertical control helps so much with kitchen. It is so strong that you don't want to give that up. You have to make the enemies work for it and waste their time trying to get that valuable position. That's why roaming there is super effective. Plus, there's a lot of leeway in that second floor. You can really do a lot as a roamer. You can move around a lot and maybe take 2 or 3 enemies to actually kill you and waste their time. Another thing that a lot of people don't think about is drone hunting, right? When I'm roaming and the prep phase is over, after, 5 or 10 seconds before everything happens, I'll wait 5 or 10 seconds before really actively going for kills, and I'll try to find some drones. Most of the time it doesn't happen. Every once in a while I get 1 or 2 drones, and that's a big impact because that's less intel, right? If they know that you're going to be roaming as Jaeger, and instead of going and hiding in your spot, you go and hunt drones, well, they know that there's a Jaeger, but instead of being able to get more intel or more flank watch, they're down 2 drones. Now let's say you successfully waste time as a roamer, right? There's 30 seconds left. What do? Well, that's up to you to decide. You want to analyze the situation and put yourself in a position to where you can either flank them or you're in the site helping everyone anchor. My favorite position to be as a roamer is behind the enemies where I'm ready to flank. Sometimes that doesn't happen, but you want to make sure that when you're roaming, after you're done wasting time, you put yourself in a position to where that final execute, those final gunfights, when those happen, you're a part of it and you're able to help. Even more so if you're able to figure out where one enemy is and pinch it with a teammate so that at least one of you gets that enemy. So guys, I mean, that's really it for roaming. It's very simple. All you gotta really remember is that you're running around, you're trying to waste time. You wanna be a pain in the enemy. You wanna make them aware that if they don't keep their eyes on their back, that you're gonna come around, get some easy frags. That's really what it comes down to. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments below and subscribe for more videos. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at video games, and I'll see you guys in the next one.